Sammy, welcome here to our London. It's my preferred place here because it's owned by Church, but they employ comedians, which I think is a good symbol. Second point, when you organize a meeting in the European Parliament with the increased security restrictions, it's very difficult to bring people in, everyone has to be accompanied, and therefore I discovered this place here. If it's for a small group meeting, it's the right scope. If you want to organize a meeting, you don't have to pay, only the drinks, but you don't pay for this space here. Next point. I hope you will never meet her professionally because she's a doctor in the hospital. Good, therefore, wonderful. Tane is here now, not in her professional career. Most of you know me. For those who don't know me, I'm from Schwalba, Hoth. I'm one of the founders of German Greens, exactly 40 years ago. And then the first member of parliament in Germany and the first Green in the European Parliament in charge of Greenpeace and then of the Commission in Central Asia and other countries of former Soviet Union. And now I'm giving guest lectures at some universities. My nickname is Team of Networking because I want to change the world. I discovered it's very, very difficult to do it alone. Therefore I try to bring people together. And when I meet someone interesting, like Marcus, I thought, why not offering them the possibility to come to Brussels, to visit the European Parliament. Yeah, the Schutzler Schulz. And to familiarize them with what is happening here in Brussels. Therefore, we identified today who in EAS, our Foreign Affairs Service, is the desk officer for Klaus. He's still in holidays, therefore they will meet him when they come next time. And therefore, you are all privileged because I'm here now 36 years, and I have to admit to you, I don't remember any, and I'm very positively curious, any conference, seminar, meeting on Laos. Therefore, it's special what we are confronted with today. In addition, it's not Laos officially, but it's Laos seen from another angle because they are not necessarily as large as the wonderful. They are not necessarily in love with the government. They do even the opposite, because they criticize what is happening in the country. And through our previous contacts, Tane and Marcus explained to me why we find so few things about Laos in the media. And even when you go to Google and type Cambodia police, access from Cambodia, you see a lot of police in actions beating up the people. If you go to Laos and police, you see nothing like this. They explained to me why, because it's another way, but they explained it, all of this. And I propose now the following, that in a moment we give applause to Tane and Marcus, they speak, talk 20 minutes, not something like this, presentations, and then questions and answers and comments. Therefore, Tane and Marcus!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today. medical doctor. I work in my free time for human rights and democracy in Laos. I'm a president of Alliance for Democracy in Laos. First, I worked to introduce our organization. The Alliance for Democracy in Laos network, worldwide network organization. This is an NGO. We have many countries in the world, like Europe, America, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, member in Thailand and in Laos too, but member in Laos and Thailand they were underground. You know, Laos is one of the 5 communist countries in the world. Laos is one of the least developed country in the world. Since 1975, Laos one party communist system, like China, Vietnam, North Korea, Cuba. But Laos is dependent from Vietnam. Nobody knows about it. Laos is a small country. We are now the population 7 million, around 7 million people. Laos have many problems with human rights violations, with environment problems, but don't know in the international level how much problem in our country. Thank you, friends, you have organized today to this meeting. I am very lucky to be here with you. I'm lucky to show you about our problem in our country. My English is not very good. I speak better German language. I work in Germany in hospital and internist. But I find my time to work to human rights and to change Laos, peaceful change Laos to hundreds. I want to go to my homeland. I live now in Germany in exile since 30 years. My verse is more than 30 years for democracy and human rights. And we need to go to the European Parliament and EU, how we can make to change Laos to democracy and to, for human rights for the people in Laos. Laos has 2 problems. One problem is dependent from Vietnam, politically, militarily. Now, culture too, economy too. The second problem is Laos has big influence from China. We have big problem with land grabbing in Laos.
With what, please?
Land grabbing. Land grabbing.
Land grabbing.
Mostly illegal, yeah.
Yes. The land grabbing.
Are the Chinese involved in that?
Chinese have
Chinese investors and Vietnamese investors, both too, yeah, but on different causes. The Vietnamese make it with illegal tree robbery, yeah, and the Chinese will make rubber plantations, for an example, in the north, and huge projects like the dam project at the Mekong River. That's financed mostly by Chinese investors.
Excuse me. First, I introduce Mr. Marcus Wiese, his office manager in our organization. He can better English than I, but I tried to tell you about our program. Yes.
Thank you.
The big problem in our country is land grabbing now. More than 30% of land is now to Chinese, Vietnamese investors. More than northern from Laos to Chinese in many provinces, and southern to Vietnamese investors. The Lao people they don't have right to live now. It's our progress. Not only land grabbing in our country, we have now dam problem. Nobody know about dam from in Laos. Why? The Lao government built now 64 dams in Laos. You see, in this map. And in future, this year, now government will build 100 dams. And in the future, 300 dams. In the small country, you see no dam in Mekong River. This is from China. We built more than 8 dams in Mekong. Then in Laos, now they have 3 projects now, and in the future, 13 dams only on the Mekong River.
What for? Why so many? Why so many and so close?
Yes, I tell you now.
Yeah.
Why too many? The Lao people, they don't need too many dams, but the Lao government, they take pay from they have pay from 4 corruption officers.
Officially, they tell the people they want to be the green battery of Southeast Asia. But in fact, fishery is in danger, shipping is in danger, agriculture is in danger. The livelihood of 70 million people, 10 times more than in Laos, now is in danger. This is the result. And now we have it during the rainy time in the Mekong region. Mostly the river is dry. And later on, when the Chinese, for example, or the big dams will push up the water, they have flood disasters. 3 dams has broken down. This is the pictures you can see here. Yeah, one after the other.
What about the Mekong Delta Commission? How is that involved? Maybe you could comment on that.
Yes, I will tell you. The Mekong Commission, they tell we don't need dam. This is only some country. But the Lao PDR, the Lao government, tell we need we need energy for Laos. This is the same corruption problem. I ask you, if you voted here in EU2, in UN2, why we can't stop them project? Why? Thailand government don't tell something in ASEAN meeting last year. EU give aid for Lao government more than 200 million euro since 1916 to 2020 now. More than 200 million euro. I ask you, how we can make?
Since 2016.
16, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
How we
4
can
years,
make?
4 years.
You see this dam disaster, this was 2018. It's Sudan from Laos. Last year was flood disaster. More than 6 provinces from Laos. Dam disaster, flood disaster. In September last year is flood problem.
It went dry.
The
The
dry.
Mekong went dry.
Other problem. This big problem in this region.
And,
We must.
and who is building the dams? That's part of the corruption scheme also. So who's actually building the dams? I mean, you corrupt politicians in order to get
Yes.
the project to build the dam.
Yes.
Who are
That project is for, Lao government work with Chinese company, Vietnamese company.
It means Chinese and Vietnamese companies build the dams.
Yes,
Mostly.
mostly.
What about Australian?
Australia too, some dam. South Korea, some dam.
Thailand?
Thailand, some dam. But mostly from Chinese and Vietnamese company. One example, the next project in Mekong River, the fourth project, is engineer from state Luang Prabang. This is from Vietnamese company. They have 2,000 kilometers far from Laos. But they pay for this project the Lao government have this project together, but the people didn't have something for this land. If the people, they have only problem with that with land grabbing.
But it sounds very strange because the Vietnamese are downriver from Laos, and they would be very much affected if the river management is not good. So how do you say the Vietnamese are building dams upstream, and they are still going to be hit when either by drought or by flooding? So don't they have an interest in managing the river very well?
Officially, the government of Vietnam didn't support this project, but Vietnamese companies. It is a problem of corruption. Laos is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. I think last year it was place 138. Yeah, really rare. And yeah, this is a problem. The people earn too much money, yeah, with the projects, so on the companies. There is no value for the people. Yeah. We expect that more than 60% of the people, they don't have any access to electricity. Officially, the Lao government says no, 70%. But last year, as a special rapporteur of the United Nations, Mr. Philip Alston, went to Laos, he sees, oh, there was only one lamp in a village, and they say, yeah, the village, they have electricity. But there's only one lamp. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, this is the truth.
I think we must tell and the EU and European countries must take them project in Laos quickly. We have problem not only for the people in Laos, but it's for the people more than 50 million people in the Mekong region. How we can live? They have land grabbing for the dam project. They have deforestation for the dam project. And environment destruction too. The next program I would like to tell you about land grab against. The Lao people, they make some protest against land grab and sue them, but they are arrested. 14 people imprisoned in 2018 in province Saigon. One person is died in prison, and in this two people was under 80 years. Is one of example of many problems for the Lao people. How we can make against land grabbing? This is the same corrupt officer in Laos, in every level in the administration in Laos. I ask you, how can we make Budapest Parliament or EU again corruption in Laos? But the Lao government tell you, we make now control of corruption, no problem. But in fact, you see this corruption index in Laos. Last time you can see Laos is the same in Cambodia. You can see, but worse than Vietnam. I tell you again, the Lao people they want to change Laos to democracy, but Laos is different from Vietnam. Is our problem. Vietnam control politics and military. This is our problem. Vietnam plus the Lao government make something corruption or something land. They don't. Yes.
But which means does the Vietnamese government control Laos? I mean, is it by economic means, by debt, or by how do they channel their influence?
Mostly this political influence. for an example, when an official wants to make a career in Laos, he has to study in Vietnam. He has to move to Hanoi, go to the university there, and the first foreign language they have to learn for the pupils is not English, it's Vietnamese. So they can't work for the international standard, they can only work for the Vietnamese. Vietnamese is the second language in many areas in Laos. Some provinces are governed by Vietnamese rulers last time. We expect that more than 30% is now owned by foreign investors and foreign governors from Vietnam and China, 30%.
Sounds very communist.
Oh yes, it is like a colony.
Isn't there a clause in the constitution that foreigners cannot hold own land?
No, in the constitution is nothing. No. Land rights, the legal side is reformed last year, but not for the poor people. More right for rich people who have money. And most of the Lao people, they don't have money to buy the certificates for land use. That's the problem.
The next I would like to about deforestation in Laos. The next product. Before 1975 was Laos with forestation around 70%. But now we don't have more than 40%. 40%. 40 years, 40% deforestation. How we can make the next time for 20 years? For 30 years we don't have forestation in Laos, I think. Which this dictator system is. We must stop it. We must stop land grabbing, we must stop deforestation in Laos. Why we can't? We have problem. This is small country. The Italians don't know about our problem. The Lao government of Laos is a small country, no problem. We are small and we make something for us. The international organization don't interest about Laos. It's a small country. We know about Vietnam, about Thailand, or Cambodia, and so on. Know about Laos. Now we don't have our country. More country for Vietnam in Sudan. More country for Chinese in Northern. How we can help for the people, for only 7 million people. I come today to tell you that we need your help. We must pressure the Lao government to make something to stop them to stop deforestation, to stop corruption. And we must help for Vietnam government too. We need independence for Laos. We must stop treaty between Laos and Vietnam since 1977. Lao-Vietnam treaty. This treaty is for 75 years and reviewed in every 10 years. In this treaty, can Vietnam in everything control of Laos. We need to stop this treaty in our country. This is my thing today, and I think Mr. Marcus can tell you better in the next year. Yes.
I have one more question about deforestation. With that amount of deforestation, there should be an enormous problem of land erosion also, because you need the forest to prevent land erosion. So that must bring an enormous amount of silt into the Mekong also. And so that would be part of the problem also.
Yes, it is very interesting. Maybe for you, there's a very interesting video you can see on YouTube and on the channel 2. There is the EAA, the Environment Investigation Agency. They have done 2 very interesting reports and videos. They went secretly. Officially, they told the people, we are traders, we are wood traders. And so they can film all the ongoings about the deforestation in Laos. And all companies has been from Vietnam. And the furniture you can buy here from Vietnam. It is the wood. It is not from Vietnam. It is from Laos or Cambodia. Yeah, 100%. The companies, they are in Vietnam. Yeah, the factories, the furniture factories, they are also in Vietnam. They put, you can see it here on the pictures. They put the rocks. Yeah, one truck after the other. It's every day. We got these pictures every day. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. This is Laos now, there is no.
Yeah. Is this also exported under the FLECT program?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, officially it is from Vietnam, but when you buy it here, oh, made in Vietnam, okay, the forest is from Vietnam, but no, it isn't. Only the factory. The wood is from Laos or Cambodia. In Cambodia, they do it similar. Very interesting. Look at in the Environment Investigation Agency, it's a very good video, very good source. And a really good, a really good report. Yeah, this
The people of Laos don't earn anything on that.
no,
It's
no.
only Vietnam and China.
Most of the workers are from Vietnam. The cheap workers, okay, maybe a few number is from Laos. This is the same problem with. Land grabs. Yeah, when a Chinese company, for example, they have contracts with the government about special economy zones. Yeah, and they say, yeah, we bring you 30,000 working spaces here. Yeah, but the workers they came from China. The street workers maybe they are from Laos, but the good workers in the offices and at the machineries, the engineers, they're all from China. Mostly. It has no value for the people. It's sad but true. Yeah.
You mentioned that people don't have their ownership of land, and that's how they take it.
The problem is that the old rule of law gives the people some certificates. They are not valid today. Yeah, they have made a new law, so they had to get a new certificate, have to pay for it, and the sum for us it is not high. One certificate is maybe 400 or 500 euros, but you must know, allow people. The average value income a month is not more than $200, not euros, dollars. So how can they have the money? $500 or more. This is the problem. So the new law says you need new certificates and you have to pay for it minimum 500 euros or more. If it is a big land, yeah. That's the problem.
Is there a land register at all?
Yep, a new land register, yeah.
So, I mean, do they recognize old ownership on land or?
It's not valid. Government makes it very easy, says of your old certificate, sorry, it's for nothing.
What is the 200 million from the EU being spent on? Should be anti-corruption campaigns or?
Not really. Not really.
And what do you think about
Yes,
the money from the EU?
Yes, they help for education, something for develop. Mostly is for develop.
Yeah.
Some project for develop, but now government makes some organization like NGO, but reality is not. NGO
Yeah.
is Congo. This is for
Yeah.
government organization.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes some project. Only this is so-called black organization. They don't really organization. They have only project and take some million euro for this organization, for this project. But reality, the now people, they are poorer and poorer now.
Mm.
You know, Professor Einstein, he was last year, March last year. This is UN Special Rapporteur about human rights and poverty in Laos.
Mm.
He has more than 20-page report about this problem. More than 50% Lao people, they are poor, very poor, extreme poor, extreme poverty in Laos. How we can help this problem?
the reason I ask the question is because I think it's not always very effective to complain to the EU, but it is a bit more effective if you can say at the same time as raising these problems, their money is being misused. Then they have to take a bit more notice.
We have done the complaints at the United Nations,
Yeah.
at the ECOSOC forum and ICCPR. We've been there last year at ICCPR. In 2 weeks we will be at UPR Third Circle Laos. Yeah, we make the complaints everywhere. Laos government has relations, as well as
Sure.
especially governments who make treaties with them. Canada, for example, USA. Australia, New Zealand, Germany. Yeah. Germany spends 50 million per year. 50 million per year minimum. I think the disaster help last year was 30 million plus. Disaster help for the dam disasters. We've seen the pictures before.
I would like to tell you about dam disaster. The international is more than 100 million US dollar to our government to help the people. But the people, they don't have the compensation now.
Yeah.
They have
We
only
got no
5,000 kip per month. This is maybe $1. But not everybody, not every time. This aid is only for corruption. The now government help not for the people but to government. Every help must to government. This is problem. We, ADL, we tell we need international aid directly for the people, not for the government. We tell EU too. Why the Lao people don't have right of assembly, no right of speech, no right of media internet, of demonstration something. And we need to change this problem. How we can make change Laos to democracy? We need help from you, from EU, from UN, from every country. The next is
the next one, some of our complaints have been very successful. For example, it was a question about, for example, we have demanded German government to use the development aid more smarter, and they started to do it to protect development and aid against corruption. They say, okay, we make a 3-month shift. After 3 months, we make a break. We will have a look. A special rapporteur from Germany will come and observe it. And if he sees something is corrupt, they stop. Yes, absolutely. So it was successful. For an example, and the next success was we have pushed in our government. It wants to join the Human Rights Council of the United Nations, and we have made a campaign against it. And all the governments, the Canadian government, they came to us and said, a campaign against the country who wants to join it? What's that? And so we said, is it clever to have a government who hasn't any care on human rights issues, to have it here in the Human Rights Council? And so they failed 3 times. Now they gave up. They surrender. It was a success. Yeah, the next problem, slave labors. Yeah, we expect that you can see the number. Remember, we have only round about 7 million people, citizens in Laos. It's not a really big number, but more than 900,000 of them are working as cheap slavers, mostly slave laborers, in the neighboring country, and some of them in Myanmar. Yeah, and in Malaysia. We have saw some last year, no, in 2016 we have been there. We saw the slave laborers with my own eyes, with our own eyes in Malaysia.
So you need to find what's in the slave labor in this context.
They work in every case. They work at prostitution. Yeah, housekeepers. in factories, everywhere. Mostly young people who can get no working space in Laos. I told you the huge projects from the investors from China or from Vietnam. They bring their own workers into the country too, so there is no working space for the young people, and they have to look for a working space abroad. And so it depends with more and more problems. So the drug problems, many people, many young people who work as cheap slave laborers in foreign countries, they are really suffering, and many of them went into the drug trafficking, and they can't get any work, and they earn not enough money. This is really sad. We don't know the correct number, but one NGO estimated a number of 400,000.
When you say slave labor, I mean, these people are obviously very exploited, but do you say they work without any salary at all? Just food?
With less salary. Not without, with really less.
So
not more than $1 for a day. 60
so
hours, 38 centigrade degrees, $1 per day. That's all.
Okay.
Can you tell more about this problem?
Yeah.
You can see this place is southern from Laos.
And this is
Now
slave labor
work
inside
one-
Laos.
Yes, this is like slavery in our country, but nobody know about it. We have this information directly from Lao people in this area. Lao people made big land. These people, 6,000 people, 60,000 people work as slave labor in our country. They make, they don't have some income.
They are really slaves.
They must work.
And they work as what? What do they do there?
In factory to make fake products mostly.
Plantation.
Plantation, yes, plantation. Yes, plantation. These people, because before 1980, it was so-called re-education camp. More than 80,000 people was in education camp in Laos. But now these people, they work like slave laborers. Some people was, before 1975, they was policemen, they was soldier, and they are in education camp.
In 1975 we built a re-education camp there. It was for the first years, yeah. And now it is a special zone in the city. Yeah.
I'm asking if the workers don't accept the situation, and they are forced to make work.
It's impossible for the people to move outside this zone. They need a special passport. And so this was very difficult for us to get this information. Yeah. We have been very, very lucky that one of these workers, he flied out of the country to Thailand, and he has informed us. Yeah. It was really good for us that we can get this information, but normally it is impossible to move out. And for the foreign workers abroad, there is another very interesting detail. The migrant workers outside, doesn't matter if they earn enough or less, they have to pay double taxes. They have to pay the income tax in Thailand and a head tax in Laos too. Yeah. It is, for us, it is not a huge sum. For an example, it is only 65 people dollars per year, but they have to pay but for a Lao man. I told you, $1 one day. Yeah, it is a huge sum. Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah. Yeah, and now something much. You know, maybe some of you remember the case of Bounthone. Enforced disappearances. This is what's happened when you want to criticize the government, when you live in Laos. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you are a famous person like Chanthalavong was really famous, yeah? Or you are a normal worker, it doesn't matter.
Famous for what?
Famous, he was a very famous NGO worker. He works in Laos for development projects. He got the Majestic Award by AGM. Yeah. He led the Asian People's Forum in 2012, yeah, for an example, and he's really well known in Asia. In Asia, everybody knows him. It is like Manfred Schulz here in Europe. So really well known. And in the front of a CCTV, he has been disappeared. You can see on the CCTV, the policeman stops his car, he has to move out, please show me your picture. He moves into a small room, and 5 minutes later, 6 people came and bring him to another car, went in, another man came to Chanthalavong's car and moved this away. And now he's disappeared. This happened in December 2014, I think, yeah?
We don't know whether he's living.
We don't know. If he is alive, we expect that he isn't alive.
But we know, we, the Lao people, know about this problem. I tell you again, Laos is independent, politically independent from Vietnam. Vietnam has one bureau in Vientiane capital. This bureau, they work in underground with the Lao government. And they know Mr. Chanthalavong, they work for the NGO, independent NGO to develop Laos. The Lao government and Vietnamese government, they don't need it. They don't need it. This independent NGO, this development country, they need corruption situation in Laos. Why? Vietnam needs control of Laos. The government is corrupt. The people, they can't tell about this problem. This is plain from Vietnam. They know about it, yes. But the Lao government tell, the government didn't know about this problem, about disappearing Mr. Chanthalavong. How we can see? Mr. Marcus tell me, at the police station, we know the car, how is the problem. Why tell the government we don't know about this? Mr. Chanthalavong's disappearance is not our problem. We know about last year in the UN.
ICCPR,
yes, ICCPR in Geneva. You can tell about this problem.
Yeah, we have sitting directly in front of the representative of the Lao government, so close as we both. Yeah, and the Lao ambassador told me, maybe yes, some mafia connections, and maybe some criminal connections, and maybe they've made some drug trafficking, and maybe this people has killed him. We know that is wrong. We know Chanthalavong. He's really well known. And 1 year before, at the Asian People's Forum, the Lao Gongos told us, I went through the whole country, from the mountains to the sea, and I've never met people who know Chanthalavong. And one woman from Laos, she stands up, she says, sorry man, from what planet you came? We know him, everybody, and we know who he is.
What again is ICCP?
ICCPR.
International
It is the Committee for International Law.
Committee for
Human Rights.
Civil and political rights in general.
UN body?
In UN,
Yes,
yes.
UN body in Geneva, yeah. And the United Nations, by the way, they demand that the legal side in Laos is not on the international standard. Absolutely not. Maybe 20%, not more. Yeah. And our ambassador says, we are only a small poor country. We have no money to do this. They want to have money from us. Yeah. To implement this.
200 million from the EU.
Yes, more than 200 million. More than. I think 250 billion, yes. Last
4
year.
years.
Yes, the Lao government was here in Brussels in November, yes, last year.
Yeah, it is only directly from the EU. There are projects with countries like Germany or France and together with the EU. The common projects, this will be much more money. We know 50 million are directly from the German government. Common projects between German government and the EU, we estimate 30 million more.
For doing
Maybe
what?
per year.
They do what? What are the projects?
Development and projects.
More from the
Different kinds.
development, something for education, for health,
For health.
yeah, for us to, but not for human rights.
But you get education, you
Yes.
have an outcome, get a PC,
But reality is not for education. I can show you.
because they
Next
check this
page.
money they spend here. The money they give out, they check it.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, freedom of expression, the next example. Yeah, these are three bloggers. Yeah, we have here a very interesting example. We can have a lot of examples, but this is a very interesting. These three bloggers have been migrant workers in Thailand. They make a rally in front of the Lao embassy in Bangkok, and they have given a petition to the Lao government to combat corruption and to make less deforestation in Laos. And later they have to renew their papers for working abroad. And the new law says that they have to come back to Laos. During this time they came back to Laos, they have been imprisoned. At first they have been disappeared for 3 days. Nobody knows where they are. And after 3 days, policemen came to say, we have imprisoned them, they are terrorists. They have,
Can I tell what is called?
yeah, you can say a little bit more.
One of these person arrested for 20 years.
Up to
for
20
young
years
people, yes.
imprisoned.
The young girls for 12 years arrested, and this one 18 years, and this one for 18 years. Yes, it's only peaceful report for the Lao embassy in Bangkok, and some comment on Facebook. Arrested for 20 years. This is one of more problem, more example. You can see how can have the Lao people freedom of speech, freedom of expression something. Last time we have more than one Lao worker in Thailand back in Laos in November. He is now disappeared. Now Lao government makes disappear.
New cases.
Yes, new case.
Yeah.
In August last year was Lao worker in Thailand, in Bangkok, disappeared. Everybody, they are human rights activists. They have contact with us something. They are now disappearing. 3 people. What we know, how more than 100,000 people are disappearing. We don't know them.
So you mean they disappear even if they are abroad? So if they are, even if they are in Thailand,
Yes,
they disappear.
in every case. Yeah, we have disappearances. We know there is a secret treaty between the Thai government and the Lao government that the secret police of Laos can work a little bit in Thailand. Yeah, and they work together with the Thai police. Someone has told us that Thai police has captured a Lao man in the night, put him across the border to Laos. Officially, the Lao and the Thai government says we know nothing, and some days later they found a dead body in the Mekong River. And the Thai police, other Thai police forces expect that it was this person.
But this case is not in investigation. We don't know how.
There's
Yes.
no
We
official
don't know. Yes.
investigation.
It's not
Nobody has
official.
interest.
We need make something from EU, maybe from UN, against this problem, disappear in Laos and Thailand too. They work, the Lao government and Thai government, they work together against human rights activists.
The UN makes something.
Is there any, I mean, if you take the example of Russia, there's a lot of analysis of the organization of corruption and how corruption works in Russia. I know Laos is a small country, but given the extreme amount of corruption, it would be normal to try to analyze how the corruption works in order to prevent money from being spent uselessly, etc.
The problem is that the corruption is in every level. We have it in the high level and in the low level of the Lao People's Republic. This is a problem. We know we've got tables from the last years that direct development has officially spent for projects, but in fact the money went into the accounts of Lao authorities. We saw Mr. Miller or whatever, he has given $30,000 and the next one $100,000. This is a secret map they have given to us. We know this number. The money is spent for this bank accounts.
Can I tell about one case more about racist young girl? You can see this picture. And yes.
The latest case, yeah.
In September last time. Yes. It was flooding in southern from Laos last year on August. This young girl, she has told about, please the government help us. This flood disaster is too much for us. She can't go help some people, and they don't have home. They don't, and they tell the aid from Lao governments very slowly. We need quickly. Only this comment in live video on Facebook. She was arrested for 5 years, and she must pay 20 million kip, Lao kip. This is around $2,200 US. You can see how can have the young people right to speak.
So
Someone just assemblies, they can't have now.
This is the problem on the legal side in Laos. When you see the written word, everything is guaranteed, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, whatever, but in fact, it failed in Laos. The freedom of speech is guaranteed in the constitution in Laos, really. But there is a decree number 327, so the freedom of speech is under the control of the party. And everybody who wants to criticize the party, the government, or the authorities can be pushed by the authority and can be sentenced up to 20 years for criticize the government. This is decree 327 and I think 640.
Yes.
These are two decrees. This is a fact. Okay, environment, yes. Very actually, yes. We have the one problem with the deforestation. This is one environment problem. The dam problem is the next environment problem. But we have no control of the factories in Laos that push the wastewater uncleared in the rivers, and now we have a lot of fish kills, ill people in Laos. We have the new banana plantations in the northern Laos that put lots of pesticides into the ground, and the people were ill. Yeah, the people, animals died. We have the pictures here.
Yes, this is
absolutely
hospital
incredible.
in Laos.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah, yeah, you see. This is a hospital. This is how development aid in Laos works. This is the result. We spend money for a hospital, and some people have to live on the ground in a hospital. Wow, really, really wonderful. Yeah. This is the next problem, but it's okay. When you pay to the corrupt officials, yeah, you can make with your plantation or with your factory whatever you want. Nobody wants to control it. You have to pay only for it.
It is control committee from Lao government, but they are corrupt. The company pays some money for the control committee, can everything with chemicals and fabrics in the food may come on someone for every people problem.
One step back, I've told you a little bit about slave slavery and the dependence, human trafficking, human and drug trafficking is absolutely dependently from Laos. Yeah, we say, yes, some very interesting pictures. These are junior members of the family of the Lao authorities. You see it here with the AK. Yeah. Illegal slave workers, these are prostitutes captured by the police in Thailand. Yeah, and this is methamphetamine sales in Laos. Yeah. Absolutely open. Yeah. Visiting Laos, especially Mang Vien, it's a tourist hotspot in Laos. Yeah. When you look at the menu cards of the restaurant, you can see products like happy tea, happy cake, and everything with a happy. Yeah, it is fulfilled with methamphetamines or with mushrooms, who makes you crazy. It's very open. Everything with the name happy. We adopted more than 30%. Or 34%, 1/3 of the young peoples are dependent for methamphetamines. This is our number we accept. You can see a lot of reports from the German television, new methamphetamines in Southeast Asia made in. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, and so this is. Education system, yeah. This is what I told you about schools. Yeah, this is what we have done with the German government. The German project, they don't work though, since 2016. Yeah, they've stopped it. But the Swedish government and the Danish government, they make projects too, they don't care. They built new schools, and after 1 year, when the development aid workers went home, yeah, they sell everything. They sell the books, they sell the tables, they sell the chairs, everything, and after 1 year, the schools look like this here. So the pupils have to learn here in a shelter like this. This is a shame. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Swedish.
yeah,
This is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool in Laos.
Yes, they spend such a lot of money.
We can
the
ask now,
model is very interesting.
how
yeah?
many aid from EU for Laos? More than 200 million.
Yeah.
To this education system.
And the German model is very interesting. Yeah? 3 months, make a break, have a look. Is it good? Do we have corruption? Did they sell something? Okay, we stop it. Yeah? If everything goes all right, we move on.
And why, before you give it the money, why we said we will give the money, but we will control this money?
This
Yeah.
is the problem, the control. Yeah. There's only a small number of development aid workers who control it. Yeah. Some NGOs, I know from 2 NGOs who control it, and 1 government. This is really less.
It's now around 8 o'clock. How many other points do you have? Because to come to an end, because you have to go back to Germany.
Yeah, that is no problem. I will go.
But how many other chapters do you still have?
I can see you only a picture of extreme poverty. You see in the beginning we have told you Laos is one of the poorest countries in the world. This is a problem. Lao people have to live with $1 per day. So this is the result. And here's something special about women. Okay, when young people have to live in a poor condition, women have to live too. Same thing. Lots of information.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I propose now that we have another 10 minutes for those people who have other appointments, dinner or afterwards. Therefore, comments, questions.
Yes, I was just wondering, I know...
I'm sorry, when you start speaking, please say who you are. Tell that you're from Bangladesh, a professor, all of this. Please.
my name is Tazeen Murshid, I'm teaching international politics here at the ULB. Currently I'm more in the area of research and writing. I was very interested in what you're saying. I've been to Cambodia, and I know that there are similarities between the two, particularly all this thing about land grabbing and so on. We were already witnessing that happening when I went. That was around 2012 or so. But I was thinking, despite all the repression and so on, you're saying, locally, what are they trying to do to better their condition? For example, you say, the schools, they go away and they take away everything and sell everything. Isn't there any pool of opinion within the country to say, let's keep it and work on it and build on it? You know, I mean, it's too black and white, the picture.
Yeah, that's a problem. We have some private investors, by Lao people too. These are really good projects. Yeah, but they collect money from abroad or from the people inside Laos, and when they build schools in the private sector, these are really good projects. These schools are working very well, but they stay into concurrence to the official schools. The Lao government wants to push these private projects with in any case.
The Lao government is not allowed directly to aid for the Lao people. It's not allowed. Some people from Thailand, they had some aid program for directly for Lao. They are racist. They are racist in this street. This is we must more picture of the Lao people government. We must help directly for the people who need it.
Hello, I'm Maria Super. I work in the Commission, but personally I have my own development project in Laos, and I was there for 14 times. I'm very happy to see that. Well, basically, you mentioned all the important issues. I was wondering for your organization, what you do. I understand you do advocacy. You also are in contact with the people in exile. Is there any, particular plan that you have? If you could tell a little bit more about the mission of your organization.
Our organization is a network. International network of human rights and democracy advocates from people who want to reform Laos to a genuine democracy. And we work for the implementation of the human rights standards of the United Nations for Laos. The people, our members, are from Laos, inside Laos, but okay, we have to work a little bit more carefully, and many refugees in the world. We have a German community, a French community, a very big one in USA, and a very big one in Australia too. And here in Europe, the biggest one, I think it is in France. And
Geneva, 21st of January.
Yes, a big turnout in
Geneva. They're active in Geneva, and they will have a demonstration on the 21st of January.
And a side event. We will do side events, one after the other, at the United Nations during UPR, the next circle here.
UPR, for those who are not experts, it's an obligation for striptease. Every country has to stand there, and every government can be criticized, and then you have a long list of recommendations what the government should change in the country.
Side events at HLPF, that means High Level Political Forum. This is United Nations New York. and the General Assembly. Yeah, we work as well. And the so-called lobby. Okay, this is very important here. We have done this.
But I think you should afterwards exchange if you want. Okay.
They would run it for European Parliament Research Service. Is
Marcella, you're from where? What country?
Poland.
Yeah.
Is there any free press now?
No.
What is the press landscape of now?
Is, what's the name of the press article in Laos? The KPCL, I think. Yeah, it's the KPCL in Laos. It's only one press agency.
KPL.
Oh, KPL. KPL. It's only one press agency.
Yes. Every place which is under now government control. We don't have independence media in Laos. The same, every embassy in Laos, before we give some information from Laos for international or for their country, they must under control from Laos government. See how we can have some information.
Next question.
I'm Chris from Belgian NGO. I'm working for Belgian NGO 1111. I'm also connected with the AEPF, the Asia-Europe People's Forum. We organized last year the People's Forum in Belgium. And I met Xi Meng, the widow of Sombat. She made a very impressive speech. We invited her as a keynote speaker. And in fact, next year, or not next year, it's already 2020. ASEM, who is connected with AEPF, or normally we have the Asia-Europe People's Forum connected with the ASEM, the Asia-Europe meeting, will be held in Cambodia. And we decided not to have the AEPF for the first time in the host country of ASEM. And one of the reasons we did is indeed the example of Laos, and how NGOs and Sombat was treated during the AEPF, because in the run-up to the AEPF, in fact there was a quite good, working relationship with the Foreign Office of Laos. They really tried to help NGOs. But then when actually the people arrived, it was the secret police and intelligence who came over, took over, and intervened in the sessions and the meetings, and tried to really criticize people who are criticizing or commenting on the situation in Laos. So I just wanted to add that
you should speak to Raksa Sam. She's here, Raksa. She's representing the opposition from Cambodia. And they are working closely together here in Europe, the Cambodian diaspora and your alliance.
And we will have the AEPF in Indonesia instead of Cambodia.
Similar than in 2016, as wants to make Asian People's Forum in Laos, and so they said no, we can't guarantee your security. The Lao government and the Congos told us. We have been in 2015 in Kuala Lumpur. The Congo representative told us no, we can't guarantee your security.
Can you explain Congo, please?
Congo is government NGO. This is it's an angry word, I know. It's government controlled NGO.
Okay, next question. Comment. Now. Yes, please. Willem.
Give me a positive, I mean, it's a very grim diagnosis.
Stop.
Give me a positive outlook.
Willem is from the Netherlands. He worked for the United Nations. He was director in Geneva or New York.
Both,
Yes.
but not on human rights, on economic issues. But give me a more positive outlook. What do you want to achieve over the next 5 to 10 years?
The next 10 or 2 years, we want to put more pressure on the Lao government on every side. That's the human rights dialogues between Asia, Australia, whatever, or European Union. That they have to move and to change more. And we see that they had moved in the last years. They have to change some laws. This year, they want to make a review with the European Union, for an example, on the legal side. they call up the United Nations that they want to have support to review the legal system in Laos, because I told you, reality and written words, there's a huge difference, not big, huge. Yeah. And they want to have support, and they call the European Union for support. And the European Union, maybe, they want to make some happen. We are the advocates, we can tell you what's going on. Okay, but what do they have to do to remove the legal system to make a better future for the people?
Now, can you please tell, you have a strange button. Can you explain, please?
Oh yes, this is the old Lao flag until 1975. It shows 3 elephants and a white umbrella. The symbol for land of the million elephants and the white umbrella. The today's government says it is a symbol for the former royal system, but it is not the flag. It is a flag of the Lao heritage in the last time.
And what was said to you in Geneva?
In Geneva, it's very interesting. This is not illegal in Laos. It is not. They don't want to see this, but it is not illegal in Laos. Yeah, you can see it in the tourist hotspots, and they sit in ICCPR. I told you, in front of my face, and they told us, we have pushed this. The government here. We have pushed these 3 people. Why they have worked with us together, and they have shown the 3 elephants flag. It is like the flag of the ISIS.
For us, the argument of the government that you are wearing an ISIS emblem.
Yeah. They told it. It is like the flag from ISIS for us. The people from the Human Rights Council. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yes, he just asked what do you... Yeah, Gabriel, my name is Gabriel.
And he's from Sicily.
He just asked what do you want to achieve in the next years, but analyzing this issue from the perspective of a young boy who has seen in the last years no or little action from the official world institutions, my question is, how do you want to achieve what you want to achieve since recent issues have shown that institutions sometimes cannot be trusted? So what is your plan if institutions such as the United Nations or the European Union will not follow you in what you want to achieve?
Yes, I can answer you. First time, we need more work together with EU and EU Parliament, more stronger. We need independent NGO now more. The Lao government has now new law for NGO. It's very hard. This is law number 228. This is for independent NGO, not possible in Laos. We need more right for the Lao people, right to assembly. Every international aid must target directly for the Lao people, not to Lao government. We need to build people organization mostly than project, mega project, some project for environment destruction. We need more program here in EU to Russian, like Strasbourg, more information about Laos, more media for international about our problem. We need more together with international organization in Laos too. No, EU has embassies in Laos too. Why did make something against this program? They don't interesting with the independence NGO Alliance for Democracy. We work with our exiled people, with Lao people in our country. We need international help for this work. We need more help for the people. But not more money to the government. We need more pressure for the Vietnam government to stop control of Laos. The Lao people must, for their country, build democracy and respect for human rights, for reality, not for law, something, but not reality. We need only reality.
Thank you,
We don't worry when the European Union don't want to follow us, because we have different chapters in different countries, and we work together with the host countries of the Lao community abroad. Yeah. We work together with the Australian government, the Canadian government, the American government, the German government, New Zealand government, only some examples, but these are the most important, I've told you. And when the European Union don't want to have it, okay, maybe the German government. When they don't want to have it, okay, we make it this year with Canada. It's better than the USA last year. The US until 2016, USA, it was very famous in our work. Now the last 2 years a little bit less, but also important. Yeah. And now we have a good job, government's work in New Zealand. Absolutely good for us.
Thank you. Good luck for your future. I propose now two things. First, that who wants to make a common photo, I stand there, you stand there, and I make a photo of you with our two speakers. Yes. And second, if you want bilateral contact exchange of addresses, but keep in mind they have to leave today for Germany. And those who are leaving, please take your glasses down to the bar and you will be helpful. Come.